Hello, hello, and welcome. This is Michelle Brubaker here, and today I want to talk about funnels. This was a special request from one of our members of our community, and so I'm going to have a discussion on funnels. Well, hey, funnels, what are they? Do I need a funnel? What the heck is this? Because this buzzword is all over the internet. If you're doing anything on the internet with business or marketing, you've probably heard the word funnel pop up. It's all over the place. But really, what is it? And is it something that applies to me? And is it something that I can get started doing? And how will it benefit you? So I'm going to share with you today my personal experience, things that I've done in my own business, working with funnels and automation sequences, and then I'm going to break it down for you. I've done a lot of this. I've read all the books. I've paid thousands of dollars for the courses, and so have my mentors and my colleagues. And so I'm just going to share kind of all that collective experience there. I'm not at any point pitching any specific product or promoting any specific software for you here today, just sharing my own experience and answering your questions today too. So feel free to ask those. Let me go online, and welcome everybody. Welcome if you are watching on YouTube, if you're watching on my Michelle Brubaker page or on our Online Moneymaker Facebook group. I welcome you all here today, and if you're watching the replay as well. So thank you for joining me here today. Please feel free to add your questions or add a comment below. Thumbs up, hearts, all those. You know I love them. You know I do. And so I'm happy to be here with you today and share this, because this is a big thing, and it could lead to great things in your business, as well as helping you streamline processes. So let's get started, all right? So what is it? If I was to define this, right, what is a funnel? And I'm not talking about the kind of funnel that you use in the kitchen, or the one that my husband says for me to go and find him the funnel because he has to put the fuel in his race car when we're out at the track. Give me a funnel. So no, none of those funnels, but you can kind of think of it in a similar way. But years ago, it's interesting. I had attended a conference in Las Vegas, a big marketing conference. And back then we used to call this the profit pyramid. I've seen it also called ladder, or defined like as a staircase stepping. But really, this is just that automation or that sequence that enables me to get a client coming in, a prospect, taking a prospect, running them through my process, which may be a lead capture page, okay, might be something like that, or whatever my end goal is. It could be getting them into my group, my community, but whatever it is that's bringing that lead in, and then that lead is becoming a part of that goal, whatever my goal is. Generally, it's a monetary goal, getting them into my product or my program or my services. In fact, you might even have thinking of times that you may have been in some kind of a profit pyramid, or you've been in a sequence where you're getting emails and messages and you're moving from one phase to the next to the next. And that's basically what that is that that automation sequence that gets you from A to B. Now, one of the biggest ones ever probably that you can think of being in this sequence of things is Apple products, because years ago, in fact, I still have it. I should have brought it in here with me. Years ago, Apple products, everybody started off with just a little MP3 player, right? Just a little iPod. And I still have the iPod that has the video screen on it. It's super cool. I still have it on my bedstand, But people back several years ago, we weren't buying $3,000 and up MacBooks, right? Because PCs were so much more inexpensive. But when Apple broke into the market, they started off with this little MP3 player. And then the next phase was that iPod, right? And then the next phase, they just kept bumping it up and bumping it up. And then we ended up, everybody wants the iPhone, right? And then we want the iPad. And what's the next thing is that big, several $1,000 MacBook. So it's like we've come through this sequence where we have this low entry price of a product, and then the next product is a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. Now your sequence might be small. It might be 1 or 2 steps, or it might be 5 or 6 steps. It just depends. But let's think about this in a product. So let's say you are a influencer or a coach. Okay. And you're looking to get clients to your coaching business, right? I don't do personal coaching very rarely, but I have in the past. And I've also purchased coaching and paid a lot of money for lots of coaching before. So I've seen this sequence as a participant of that process. But it may be that there's a small, low entry price product. Maybe it's an ebook on a lead capture page. Perhaps it could be a free strategy session or coaching call that you get. And then maybe there's just a short 1-day coaching time, or maybe it's a 12-month program. I've participated in a couple of 12-month programs out there. And so it could be any number of those, but it's that usually the person comes in at that lower level, and then they work up to the higher level. So that's kind of what they mean by that whole funnel process or the profit pyramid. They may even come in through an ebook, like I mentioned. So if I'm selling a course, I sell courses too for my own business, which happens to be book publishing. But that process, somebody may come in, they'll fill out a form to receive an ebook or something like that. And then that person moves up through the funnel and may at the end purchase a course. Now you could do this if you're an author and put it in your book. I have in the front of my books. Go to my website when you buy the book, and you can get this other printables, things like that, downloadable content. So offering something in exchange for people's email address is generally the way that we get started on that pathway. So whatever the product that you do, okay, realize that you can start with something really small and work your way up, or it may have multiple steps, or it may have just a few steps out there. I'm going to check real quick and see if we have any comments or questions here. There we go. I see folks watching. Welcome that are watching. All right, I'll continue on. If you have questions, please let me know. I'm happy to answer those for you today. So how do you do this? How do you get started? If you're like, this is a great idea, right? If I get 100 people coming in, email addresses, let's say from a lead capture page, or maybe I'm at an event and I get people to sign up on a clipboard. I've done that before with COVID. Right now, there's not so much of that, but I would hand out a clipboard, and people would fill in their email address to receive free content or bonus content from me. But map out that system. What would that look like for you? So thinking of what is your product or service that you offer? Okay. And what can we do at the lowest level, and what can you do at the highest level? And you know what? It can be just 1 or 2 or 3 things. Maybe it's just an email. Maybe it's just an ebook. And then after that ebook is a course. Maybe there's a premium course after that, or a premium appointment, or a premium coaching session if you're a coach person. If you're selling products, how many times do you see this on products? All the time, right? Amazon does this, don't they? They'll say, hey, I'm going to go buy my vitamin supplements, and I'm going to buy 1 bottle of vitamin supplements. But wait, there's more. Do you want to double that order and save, or have 3 bottles? Or do you want to be on auto replenish, where they auto ship? That's the auto ship where you get more. And wait a minute, people that bought this particular vitamin supplement, they also liked this too. Do you want to add that onto your order? So this works everywhere. This is happening all over the internet. But the first step really is to just map it out. And you can just grab, I like just plain white paper, such as like a printing paper, and a clipboard. Or I like my whiteboard that's behind me over there. It's a 6-foot whiteboard, so man, I just can mark all over that. But I also wanted to share, there's an app that I really, really like a lot, and I've used it for several years. And in this app, and I use it on my iPad, so it works really great here. And it's called Simple Mind. And in Simple Mind, you can map things out. Let's see. I'm going to see if I can pull something up here. There we go. And in this Simple Mind app, maybe I better get where I can see my video better. There we go. In the Simple Mind app, which is really great, you can just click and drag and add things and add new, oops, I think my finger was on it, pardon me there, but add new topics and move them around and add things under one. And this is a really great app. I absolutely love it because it kind of just gives you a new screen. Gives you a new screen to do mind mapping on. And I love the finger drag and drop. I have used the daylights out of that app just for when I'm sitting down and I'm having new ideas and I just want to brain dump them down. But once I get them all brain dumped on the page, I can just click and drag and move everything around. I think the app was like $3 or something like that. And I bought it years ago. I don't know if it's the same price or not. But that app has been really wonderful. I can just lay out all my ideas and plans all on that one page. But you can do the same thing with a piece of paper, or like I said, like a whiteboard like I have back here. Any of those will work for you too. So let's see. Next, what am I going to do? Well, I need to have some way to capture those leads. And generally that's called a lead capture. What is my lead capture? Well, most of the time I need to do that with a website, okay, or at least a landing page, which would be like a single one page. So the lead capture, how am I going to get people to that lead capture? Because if just putting up a lead capture page on the internet's not going to do it, right? Just because I build it doesn't mean they're going to come. Okay, so what is going to happen is that lead capture, I'm going to either, SEO that, get really good search engine optimization on it. Maybe I'm going to run advertisements to it, or work with affiliates to promote leads coming in too. There's lots of ways to get those lead captures. But once I do have that landing page, that's kind of where it starts. So getting that landing page where people fill in the email address. I'm sure that you've done that before on websites all over the place. I'm on a gazillion lists too. I'm sure you are as well. In fact, speaking of lists, I had a video I did a while back ago all about email marketing and all about what are the lists and the tags and all of that kind of thing. So if you want to go back and watch that video, in fact, maybe I'll put a link to it in the notes of this one also so that you can go back and refer to it. But really, it's all those things that happen in that automation sequence when someone puts their email address in. And that automation part is great. It's so awesome, right? I mean, what would it have to be? I'd have to actually walk into a store, right? What did I recently buy? Oh, a treadmill. Okay, I recently purchased a treadmill with COVID and everything. It's really great to be able to, do some workouts at home. I live in Oregon. The rainy season is about to start, so without having to go out in the rain. So when I go in to buy that treadmill at the store, locally here out in Portland, Oregon, I have to go in and actually speak to a sales agent, and that salesperson talks me through, do I want to, how much do I want to spend? Do I want to spend, $1,000 or $2 or $3 or $5 or however on up? They had some really expensive ones there. I was like, whoa, but that's not automatic. Okay. I had to drive there. They're depending on people showing up for that. But the automation piece of this is what's the most beautiful piece about it, is it's automated. Now today, I'm actually really under the weather. I ate something that disagreed with me. I don't know I think I ate a bad burger or something, who knows, but it didn't agree with me. So I haven't slept well and I'm under the weather. But at the same time, all my automation things are still running. And that's what it's all about, is to be able to be doing what we want to do, but let all of our work happen in an automatic way. And that's how we want to get this set up. So thinking about, if I'm sketching out on my page, step one, they're entering their email address and they're doing that in receipt of something else, whether it's a printable download, an ebook, something, so that they're going to want to give you their email address, right? And then what happens? What's the next step? Now, you know what? Even if I only get that far, that's great. There's so many times that's as far as I ever got. Really, honestly, there's many products that I did, and that's as far as I ever got. And then there's other products I got all through the automation sequences. And the most important thing is to just at least get started on one of them. Just do one. So set up that lead page, get the email, get that landing page going, let them put in their email address, and then let the automation start. So if I'm working on my iPad program or my whiteboard or even just a piece of white paper. In fact, I think would be really cool is maybe next time I'll see if I can get my video over there and we'll go on the whiteboard and do it. I think that would be really great. We'll do some mapping. That program on the iPad is called Mind Mapping, and I know there's lots of other programs that work on like Google Chrome and stuff where you can do mind mapping, and I think they don't cost anything either. So mind mapping is a really great way to do that. All right, so what is the automation sequence? Okay, somebody gives me their email address. I might want to have my email program pause just a moment, maybe an hour or one day, and then a day later send them a follow-up. Okay, maybe they signed up for a 3-part course or something, and I have this little 3 emails are going to go out to them with a video course or something. But I need to put that in my sequence. And then what happens after that sequence? Am I encouraging them to join my Facebook groups? Am I encouraging them to purchase the next product that I have? What am I doing? Now, I don't want to always pitch those people. I want to be able to put great information. There's a reason they signed up, and they want to get that information from you. And generally, it's because of you. Okay? They're there. I stepped into this space realizing there's a lot of other people in the world that are in this space. And am I sure I should step into it? But people follow you because they follow you for a number of reasons, whether they like you for some reason, whatever that is. Okay. And so go ahead and put it out there anyway. Don't think to yourself, you know what? No, there's already somebody that is capturing emails for their coloring books. I don't need to do that. Well, maybe you do. Think about it. Think about it. So think about your automation sequence, map it out, and then just take a step there. Now, you could take little steps, and I most of the time did that, or you can take a big giant leap, right? One or the other, or just stay in between. Small steps are that giant leap. And I remember one time I bought a software program years ago. And yeah, I think it was after that big seminar in Vegas I went to many years ago. And the software was like, I don't know, $220 or $250 a month, which to me was an enormous amount of money at that time. Actually, I think it's still a lot of money in my opinion. but it said it was going to do all these amazing things, and it did do amazing things. But at the same time, I didn't use it to its full potential. It was very technical. I'm very technical and geeky, but it takes time to learn and do all of that. So what ended up happening is I ended up not using the program to its full potential, and then of course, paying for it for a year and then letting it go, and there went a few $1,000s, right? So am I ready to take a big leap for software? And there are softwares out there. Many people are renowned with the funnel softwares that are available. There's a lot of funnel coaches that are out there, even white label products for funneling. You can still do this starting on your own scale, putting it on your own website. But that software costs, just be aware, they're very appealing because that's what they do. They're very good at it. If it's for you, awesome. I have a lot of mentors that are making a lot of money. And, some use the expensive softwares and some don't. So it doesn't matter either way. It matters on what you're offering and if you have it set up for your leads and your potential prospects or potential customers, I should say. So, I love that, what's the funnel? ClickFunnels, very popular program. I absolutely love Russell Brunson. I love his communication style, and his books are amazing. So read all of his books. They're phenomenal. Their funnel product, I've only tinkered around in there a little bit. I haven't used it personally, but I have all the books that tell you how to lay them out, and I just lay it out that way on my website. It's the way I choose to do it. I may sign up for it someday. We'll see. Who knows, right? I love their product about the 2 comma club. 2 comma club, meaning one of your funnels did $1 million. In other words, 2 commas, right? So the $1 million, 2 commas. And that's really amazing, but But even just $100,000 is great, right? Now it's taking me multiple products to get to that level. I would love one product to make it one of my products to go 100,000. That would be great. Instead of it takes multiple of them, which has been awesome too. But think of what funnel you can set up. What products do you have? What services do you have? Okay, start small. Just get started. You can start with a free email address. I've used free email addresses many times. Start with a free email address, a free email autoresponder such as MailChimp or some of the other ones that give you free trials even, and then upgrade at a later time. I always tell people, reinvest in yourself. You can do all of this stuff for free. You can get things set up for free, and it doesn't take much money, if any, to make money. But it does take money to make more money. So always reinvesting in yourself. You can start small, or you can go with a big, huge launch. Either way, it's up to you. What was something else I wanted to share? See, there goes my brain because I'm like, a little queasy today. Oh, well, if it comes back, I'll remember to share it. But really, setting up a funnel is really just planning your work, planning those sequences, planning an automation, planning it out, and then working that plan, whatever it is. Oh, I think it was email that I was going to share. A lot of email software. You can always upgrade later on. You can download that list and then upload it to your new software. So there was times I had free software for email. Then I paid $9 a month for software for email, and then $25, then $100. And some of the software I pay is $149. So it just depends on, just start where you're at, just begin there. And then take the next step and the next step. So plan your work your plan. Don't get too overcomplicated with it. I've done that so many times. In fact, you should see in my iPad right now, there are a whole bunch of layouts of things that I had cool ideas for that I never ever did. Yep, I did that. I probably a whole folder full of them. But too much, too much analysis paralysis there, right? Like, hey, I could do this, I could do that. Well, in reality, I should have worked the first plan and then took the next step and then the next step and the next step with it. So plan your work, plan out those sequences, write it up. I'm going to go ahead and check out some questions here. Thank you and welcome. Hello, Zaida. Thank you for watching today. Patty, that app sounds great. What did you say it was called? It is called Simple Mind. Oh my gosh, I use it for publishing ideas too. I'm going to just fling it around here, see if I can get it to pop up here. There we go. And I'll go back to just, here's something. There we go. See, like this. There, and you can just like put all kinds of, I apologize, that is just like that really super wonky, but you can just move these things around and it's so awesome. I'll see if there's some way I can connect that to my computer and demo it, but it's called Simple Mind, and the icon for it looks kind of like a blue dot, a blue raindrop or something like that. Simple Mind app. Great, thank you. Mind mapping, yes, mind mapping is awesome. Absolutely awesome. Hello, thank you, Raul, for watching today. Very much doing well. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for watching today. Any other final wrap-up questions? I'll pause for just a moment, see if you have questions here, and then we will close it up for today. All right, thank you. I also wanted to mention on mind mapping, you can do things like get out all of your colored sticky notes, all these things. There we go. See how many colors of them I have in my desk drawer here. There's a whole bunch more and a bunch more. And let's see. And then I have some that are in an M for Michelle. I probably really like this sticky notes in the shape of a little pig. Mostly because I have a little pet potbelly pig out on my farm. His name is Leonard, so this is kind of cute. There, I digressed. But anyway, hey, it's who I am, right? First step is to get started on your funnels. Just map it out and then take the first step. It can become so big and overcomplicated. Just get started. The question was, who was the author I liked? That was Russell Brunson. Russell Brunson, who's awesome. All of his books are great. I was just recently reading the copywriting book, Copywriting Secrets by Jim Edwards. You can get that on Amazon. That when I started reading that book, the copywriting book, it talks all about how to write the words on your landing pages and in your emails and posts and things. I would say that probably at least doubled my sales on my landing pages when I started writing them in a certain way and with my text. So definitely check into those things. That was Jim Edwards' Copywriting Secrets, and any of Russell Brunson's, his business.com books are all amazing too. So thank you so much for watching. I encourage you to get started with some kind of collect some customers and leads, and then take the next step and the next step and the next step. Write it all out, plan your work, and work your plan. Thank you so much for watching today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, give me a heart, love it. And if you're watching on YouTube, good grief. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe to this channel and click the little bell icon so you'll get notified when new videos are available. If you're watching on my Facebook page or Facebook online moneymaker community as well, feel free to share that with anyone who you think this video might be helpful with. Let's see, I'm working on a funnel for print-on-demand Etsy shop. Great. I'm building a WordPress site. That'll work. Absolutely. That's how I do on mine. Then post the blog links to Pinterest to start a new funnel that points to your shop. Does this seem like a good way to create a funnel? There you go, Terry. That's really great. That's getting them started. And because you have that email address, but you also, since you're working with your WordPress site, Terry, you could also sell the products directly on your own WordPress site. You might think about that instead of sending them to Etsy, because somebody buys something from Etsy and they share it with their friends or post about it online. Everyone says, oh, that's really great. Where did you get it from? They say Etsy. But instead, maybe they could say, I got it from Terry's website, which promotes you more often. So that might be something to think about in the future. But that's a very good start. And then with the community that you're building, Terry, what else can you upsell them in the future? We have this seasonal time coming up here with the holidays. Maybe whatever it is you offer in your stores and on your website, now you can offer the next product to them and upsell them. Patty says Russell's books are awesome. Yeah, all the .com secrets, the funnel books, the what's the other one? The 108 split tests. I love them all. They're all really good. I love them for strategy. Thank you so much for watching today. I am Michelle Brubaker. I encourage you to go out there and make some money and then go do good in the world with it. Thank you for watching.